If you think all Sagittarius people are the same, you're missing something crucial. November Sagittarius and December Sagittarius are so different, they might as well be separate signs. And understanding this divide will explain why you vibe with one and clash with the other, even though they're both supposed to be optimistic, adventurous fire signs. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll discover the real reason these two groups of Sagittarius are basically polar opposites and why your birth month matters more than you ever imagined. Here's what's happening. Sagittarius season runs from approximately November 22nd to December 21st, and while they all share the Sagittarius sun, the November group is often influenced by Scorpio season energy and tends to have personal planets like Mercury or Venus in Scorpio, while the December group is moving toward Capricorn and often has personal planets in Capricorn. This creates two completely different flavors of Sagittarius that process life in opposite ways. November Sagittarius tends to be darker, more intense, and more emotionally complex. If you're a November Sag, you likely have Scorpio placements in your chart, which means you combine Sagittarius's quest for truth with Scorpio's need to go deep and uncover what's hidden. You're not just optimistic, you're a truth seeker who isn't afraid of the shadows. Your motivation comes from a desire to transform yourself and others through radical honesty and intense experiences. Your strength is your ability to laugh in the face of darkness, to find meaning in difficult situations, to push boundaries in ways that make people uncomfortable but also liberated. You're the Sagittarius who asks the questions no one else dares to ask, but your shadow emerges as brutal honesty that wounds or a tendency to burn bridges when you're bored. You can be reckless with other people's feelings because you value truth over tact. In real life, you're the Sagittarius who loves deep philosophical debates, who might be drawn to taboo subjects or extreme adventures, who has a magnetic intensity that doesn't match the light, bouncy Sagittarius stereotype. And people often confuse you with Scorpio because of that probing quality, but the difference is, Scorpio investigates for power and control, while you investigate for freedom and understanding. You don't want to own the truth, you want to liberate everyone with it, even if it hurts. December Sagittarius, on the other hand, tends to be more structured, more ambitious, and more socially aware. If you're a December Sag, you likely have Capricorn placements, which means you blend Sagittarius's expansive vision with Capricorn's practical discipline. You're not just dreaming about adventure, you're planning it and executing it in a way that builds something lasting. Your motivation comes from a desire to achieve and be respected, to take your big ideas and actually make them work in the real world. Your strength is your ability to combine optimism with strategy to inspire people while also getting things done. You're the Sagittarius who doesn't just talk about traveling the world, you build a career that funds it. But your shadow shows up as being overly focused on status or losing the spontaneity that makes Sagittarius special. You can become rigid or judgmental, or you might suppress your wildness in favor of what looks good. In practical terms, you're the Sagittarius who succeeds in traditional structures, who might be an entrepreneur or a leader, who balances freedom with responsibility better than other fire signs. And people sometimes think you're a Capricorn because of that ambitious, disciplined energy. But the difference is, Capricorn climbs for legacy and control, while you climb for expansion and influence. You want success so you can have more freedom, not less. Here's why this matters. November Sagittarius is fire plus water, which creates steam, intensity, emotional depth mixed with restless energy. December Sagittarius is fire plus earth, which creates lava, powerful, controlled energy that builds as it burns. They're both Sagittarius, but they're working with completely different elements, and this changes everything about how they approach relationships, work, and life philosophy. November Sagittarius in relationships needs depth and won't tolerate surface-level connections. They'll push you to grow and face your shadows. They're passionate and all in until they're not, and then they're gone without looking back. December Sagittarius in relationships needs respect and shared goals. They're looking for a partner who can match their ambition and help them build something. They're more willing to work through difficulties if they believe in the long-term vision. At work, November Sagittarius thrives in roles that allow for intensity and transformation. They're the coaches, the investigators, the teachers who change lives. They need meaning more than money. December Sagittarius excels in leadership and entrepreneurship. They're the ones who turn their passion into profit, who build companies or climb corporate ladders while maintaining that Sagittarius vision. So, when you meet a Sagittarius and they don't fit the stereotype, check their birth date. A November 25th Sagittarius will feel completely different from a December 18th Sagittarius, even though they're technically the same sign. One is seeking truth through intensity, the other is seeking wisdom through achievement. One breaks rules, the other rewrites them. One is a philosopher, the other is a CEO. And both are valid expressions of Sagittarius energy filtered through different planetary influences. Remember, your sun sign is just one piece, and your entire birth chart, including your Mercury, Venus, Mars, and rising sign, all contribute to who you are. But understanding the November versus December divide gives you a shortcut to understanding why Sagittarius people can seem so contradictory. I want to know which one you are. Drop your birth date in the comments and tell me if you're a November or December Sagittarius and whether this resonates. If you're not subscribed yet, do it now, because we're breaking down every sign beyond the stereotypes. And click the link in the description for the full guide on decans and how your exact birthday shapes your personality. Sagittarius isn't one type of free spirit, it's a spectrum from shadowy truth seeker to ambitious visionary. And knowing where you fall helps you own your specific kind of fire.